Everyone. My name is Tim Fergal. I'm the executive director of the Troy Public Library. It's nice to see so many people here. We will be recording this trustee information session. It will be available on our website and on our YouTube channel tomorrow. In case you want to review it, we do also have the packet information that we'll be distributing as well. There will be an opportunity at the end of the session for a brief Q&A if you have any questions. Otherwise, we can just go ahead and start, and we'll go from there. So congratulations on taking your first steps towards becoming a library trustee and learning more about the process. So let's talk about the mission statement of the Troy Public Library. And the mission statement of the Troy Public Library is to connect our community with materials, experiences, and welcoming spaces that spark curiosity, inspire joy, and support lifelong learning. What are the responsibilities of a library trustee? So a library trustee typically has three core responsibilities: a duty of care to protect the library's resources, a duty of loyalty to the library's mission, and a duty of obedience to the relevant policies, regulations, and laws. So we'll go through each of those a little bit more individually. So the library trustee duty of care, and I will mention that these definitions are taken from the New York State Handbook for Library Trustees. So the duty of care is a trustee must act in good faith and exercise the degree of diligence, care, and skill that an ordinary, prudent individual would use under similar circumstances in a like position. The duty of loyalty, or conflicts of interest. Trustees owe allegiance to the institution and must act in good faith with the best interest of the organization in mind. The duty of obedience for library trustees is twofold. One, to ensure that the institution complies with all applicable laws and does not engage in any unauthorized activities. And two, to ensure that financial resources are being used efficiently and effectively towards the goals of the library. Okay, so that was a lot, high-minded. What does this look like on sort of a larger level? So responsibilities of the trustees to maintain a facility that meets the community's needs, to select, hire, and regularly evaluate a qualified library director, to exercise fiduciary responsibility, to secure adequate, sustainable funding for the library, to adopt and review policies and rules for the governance and use of the library, to develop the mission statement of the library and be prepared to articulate it clearly and concisely, to regularly plan and evaluate the library service program, to promote the library in community and society, and to conduct the business of the library in an open and ethical manner in compliance with applicable laws and regulations. So what type of commitment is this ask? As a volunteer, we're really grateful and thankful for your time and your commitment to serving the community. So this typically looks like attending monthly board meetings and your committee meetings. We do try to spread out committee assignments across individuals so that way the work is distributed and not too much falls on one person. The full board meets on the second Tuesday of the month at 5:30 p.m. The committees meet as they're scheduled by the committee chair. All board members serve on at least one committee, and the average time spent on board work per month is about 15 to 20 hours, and that does include the board meeting. So you are interested, you are excited to serve. What is the election process like? So there are a few eligibility requirements. One, that you are at least 18 years old and a US citizen, that you are a resident of the city of Troy and registered to vote in the city of Troy, that you are not otherwise disqualified from voting under election law 5-106, to collect a minimum of 25 signatures on a nominating petition from qualified residents, voters of the city of Troy, and to submit your petitions no later than August 15th at 4 p.m. to the director of the library. So let's talk a little bit about collecting signatures. So This will include some practical advice in the information that we're making available. There is a form that could have 12 signatures to use as a template. You want to make copies of that petition so you can collect at least 25 signatures. It's better to do it while it's blank than after you have people and whiting it out and going back, right? You must submit at least 25 unique signatures of registered Troy residents. Any qualified voter may collect signatures on your behalf. Anyone collecting signatures must comply with all local election laws. Please ensure that the forms are complete and contain all the requested information. You cannot collect petitions inside the library. Signatures can be collected 100 feet outside the library or in other public places in the community. And we do have a link to the New York State elections website if you have any questions there that you'd like to clarify. So the next part of it, okay, you've collected the signatures, you filled out your petition paperwork. Now, how do you get the word out in the community? So what is the campaign process like? So as I mentioned, you'll collect and submit your petitions, which are due by 4 p.m. on Friday, August 15th, which gives us roughly 1 month to do so. You'll submit your bio and a photo for the Troy Public Library website and candidate information packet. So that will be due Friday, August 22nd. And I should go back and say that after you collect and submit your petitions, they will be verified by the library, and then the library will reach out to all the candidates who have been deemed, eligible and who have met the requirements of meeting those 25 petitions of residents of the city of Troy. So then you'll submit your bio and photo, and then after that, you'll run your campaign, self-promotion. We have some tips and tricks that we'll share later on in the presentation. There will be a candidate forum, and then the election will be held on September 16th. So moving ahead, when are the candidate forum and the budget session? The candidate forum, we will be holding one in the downtown area on Wednesday, September 3rd. That will be from 6 to 7:30 at the main library on 102nd Street. We'll also be holding it on Thursday, September 4th from 6 to 7:30 at the Lansing Road Library. So if you're unable to make it on one of the dates, we do want to provide some flexibility to try and reach as many people in the community as we can. We did want to include what is the election night experience like and what should you expect on election day. So the election day is Tuesday, September 16th from noon until 8 p.m. So the votes are counted after the polls close at 8 p.m. It is certified, and then the results are announced on the Troy Public Library website. I believe the plan is that, again, the certification process can take a little bit of time. We will do our best effort to post uncertified results as we are able to, to try and let the public know. And then what are the next steps after the election? Elected trustees begin their new term when they are sworn in at the first scheduled board meeting in November after being elected. Newly elected trustees will sign the oath of office, and all trustees sign the conflict of interest statement at the annual board meeting. New trustees receive an email address, meeting schedule, the New York State Library Trustee Handbook, and will schedule time for onboarding with the board president and the library director. All trustees determine which committees they want to be a member of for the year, and the president will make the official appointment. Okay. So as we start to wrap things up, here are some important dates to remember. As we previously mentioned, Friday, August 15th by 4 p.m. Is the deadline to submit petitions to the director of the Troy Public Library located at 102nd Street. This will be the 25 signatures of the residents of Troy. The deadline to submit your bio and your photo will be Friday, August 22nd at 5 p.m. And that information can be sent to our business manager, Lindsay, and her email address is provided there. Wednesday, September 3rd will be the Meet the Candidate Forum and the Budget Forum at the main library in the reading room upstairs. That will be at 6 p.m. And Thursday, September 4th, the following night at 6 p.m. in Lansingburg, we will be having the budget forum up here. Tuesday, September 16th is election day. And then the trustee term will start during the November board meeting. I see we admitted that date. It will be the second Tuesday of November. So at this point, just thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us. I say us, please feel free to email the Board of Trustees at tplboard@thetroylibrary.org or visit us on the website at thetroylibrary.org/library-board. And thank you for your interest in serving the Troy and Lansingburg communities. And there's that email information. All right. Thank you. So at this point, we'll end the formal presentation and we will open it up for questions.